Hello, I'm David Chaston with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This is where we get everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock, including central banks choosing quite different paths today. Policy divergences between the major economic powers is growing, and we may be seeing the start of a long-term trend. The easiest case to see is between the US and the EU, but Japan and China are also going separate ways. The Bank of Japan drove a short-term interest rate below zero by buying 3-month bills for more than their redemption value this morning. Essentially, it is paying to lend money to the market. It's a dramatic step in its already unprecedented effort to stoke inflation and a sign it will continue its aggressive asset purchases. France said overnight that the country will not hit a 3% EU budget deficit target until 2017. This is the beginning of a major pushback against EU austerity policies and possibly the ECB's strategies. The iron ore price has declined sooner than expected this year as supplies exceeded demand and prices are unlikely to recover, according to Goldman Sachs. They say 2014 will mark the end of the so-called Iron Age. Adding to iron ore woes is that it is now expected that scrap metal will satisfy a bigger portion of China's steel appetite. And what has been called a surprise and a disappointing result, the latest Westpac Melbourne Institute survey of Australian consumer confidence dropped sharply yesterday. US Treasury 10-year benchmark bond yields rose noticeably again today and are now at 2.53%. After yesterday's rises, we saw New Zealand swap rates rise, and we're likely to see the same today, irrespective of what the RBNZ says at 9 o'clock this morning. The price of oil and gold both fell overnight. The US oil price is now under $92 a barrel, and the Brent benchmark is now under $98 a barrel. The oil price has fallen a long way in a short time. Gold also fell again and is now at $1,245 an ounce. We start today with our currency slightly higher against the US dollar compared with this time yesterday. We're now just on 82.4 US cents, but also up against the Aussie at just a tad below 90 Aussie cents. The TWI is at 78.9. However, we fell even further against the Chinese yuan. A big, sharp move is building there. Join us at 9 o'clock this morning when we'll have the latest from the RBNZ and their monetary policy statement. I'm David Chaston. That was 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz.